Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Buffaloes will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. First down for the offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. It's Milroe. Gets it out fast. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
3rd down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Oh, and a move. At the 45 on his way. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't.
Going for it all. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
This defense doesn't even have a chance to blink after just giving up an explosive play. You get lined up, and all of a sudden they're throwing it over your head again into the end zone. They better get ready, lined up. I'd expect another shot.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Jet sweep to the receiver. Headed to the end zone. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Man, this really puts your defense in a bind when you got a quarterback with that much speed. It almost cuts the field in half. I got to play jet sweep on this side. You got to play quarterback on the other side and be extremely disciplined.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air, it's Milroe. Takes the easy completion. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bama! You take advantage of tendencies when you set that opening script, and man, their film study showed up there.
I think the offensive coordinator, it's almost as if he knew what the defense was going to be playing. He knew the personnel. He knew the different looks and coverages and fronts that they were going to see. And that offense, they just chopped up yardage, moving down the field to score in that opening series.
And he makes the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. get set, first down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Motion from the offense. They'll try the run. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And these linebackers are flying around, and they like to bring the boom. What a great job playing physical, setting the tone and letting them know, don't come over the middle of my field.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Looking to throw at Sanders. He's got it down the middle. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score now Alabama 7, Colorado 0.
The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
How about the defender? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Defense in press coverage. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Hunter. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't gonna happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way too easy.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Buffaloes look to keep this drive humming. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. On the run, fires downfield. It's complete. Hey, that's a live ball. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Now on first down from the 40. Keeps it on the bootleg. He'll get rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
2nd down coming up. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes that Alabama offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Getting some heat. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. And how about that catch? And so dangerous, this guy.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
I don't know why they keep quitting on me. Yeah.
You're undefeated, right?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Wait.
Oh, you can hear me on that?
Yeah.
Hey, Tay, if you still in here, we can play.
Oh, so we can play you?
Hey, Tay, if you still in here, we can play.
Who's trying to play you?
You remember Tay? You don't remember Tay from when we used to stay on Next Street in Mobile? Do you remember Tyrese, Tay, and Ronnie? There?
Tyrese, yeah.
Yeah, his brother too.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Utah Utes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense getting set for first down. To the ground with the back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Complete to the right. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Handoff from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
And the ball is intercepted.
Well, we knew coming into this one, this was an offense that wanted to come out, sling it around, but the timing is going to have to be a whole lot better. This defense has athletes who can close on the ball and make plays. And you saw it right there in that interception to open this game.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Afterburner's coming. He's at the 10. Touchdown time. And they jump on top.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react in plays. So this can certainly open things up later.
And the Utes pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Good enough for a first down.
First and 10 coming up. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They're getting this guy lathered up. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Wilson will throw. And the ball is picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Hands it off. Couldn't really get started there. Pick up of 1 to the 35. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds his man. It's Williams. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
Alabama 7, Utah 0.
And to open the second quarter, they'll start with a field goal try. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. And the try is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
That keeps the score Alabama 7, Utah 0.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here.
And he's running in the open. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Towards the sideline. Brought down at the 27-yard line. First down for the offense.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Movement here from the tight end. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Wide open downfield. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Utah! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Yeah, he may have a situation here. He might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8.
Will take over. First and 10.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Back to throw, it's Milroe. He's got his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
Well, that's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've had also had explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Dialing up a second down pass play. Quick completion on the out route. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Now he's looking into the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
You simply don't see that very often. Quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. Going to the ground. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. He fires to the left side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. On 4th down, going to the air. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Here comes that Alabama offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Wide out in motion. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Pressure coming. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Lobs it off the back foot. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And that was a dangerous one. You can tell, didn't really get his feet set, just floating backwards, and what happens, that thing hangs up in the air, and the defense almost had the opportunity to get that pick, but they just dropped the ball, hit him right in the hands, too.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. The Utes will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Tide offense rolls onto the field. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it.
Open runway ahead. Quarterback gets the 1st down. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Alabama! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
And that's the danger on defense about playing this guy. You've got to keep him in the pocket. If you let him get outside, he can hurt you throwing it, or he can take off and kill you, and that's what he did right there. Moving forward, they have got to do a better job containing this QB.
And he puts through the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Wilson to pass. It's complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Offense gets set for second down. The give to the tailback. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that third down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these third down situations and feel confident you're going to continue.
He's looking to throw it. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, you know, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Looking for room. It's Bernard. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on third and long from the 45. Wilson will throw. They're bringing heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
You know, when you go dime personnel package, you've got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. You've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking for a block. It's Adams. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Here comes that Alabama offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll give it to the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd down, going up top. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Miller. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 14, Utah 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Grabbed behind the line, it's Haynes. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Now the play fake. He wants to take the top off. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off at defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Just about set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
The best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
On second and 10, a 4-wideout set, trips right. Wilson to pass. Flips it out in the flat. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bernard. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Utes will have it first and 10. He's going to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Line getting set on second down. The aerial assault continues. Caught near the sticks. It's Bernard. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Six-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Wilson will throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Quarterback empties his backfield. Trying to find his man on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Henderson. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Got it behind the line. It's Bernard. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And you can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football and do it, trying to avoid these big 300-pound bodies running at you full speed. Not an enviable task.
A strong, methodical, workman-like effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Title Town, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The offense set for a first down play. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He's out past the 35. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the middle. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
That's a really nice job holding that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there to get this offense humming.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Let's see what he can do with the return. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Fast motion from the offense. To throw, it's Beck. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Time to take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing complete.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes the offense on first down. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The inside handoff. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
They go to the draw. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Looking downfield, it's Milroe. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right up the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pulls it in, it's Henderson. And the ball's on the ground. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way.
And you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back and make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
On second down, wants to throw. Get it out on the screen. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
And after one, we're tied 0-0.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
It's a draw.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. He's looking downfield to throw. Using his feet to buy time. Looking down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Crimson Tide will bring a punt team on the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Running it back, it's Evans. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They move the tight end all over. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Dropping back, it's back. And they got him for the sack. And as I saw that screen start to develop, I thought, big play coming. Just didn't realize it would be for the defense.
Yeah, they got in there quick, and the quarterback's supposed to see that, right? He's supposed to let him come upfield, buy a little bit of time, but then he's got to get rid of it, get it to his playmaker. The offense did not do their end of the bargain. Quarterback got sacked.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. Feeling some heat. And that pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Here comes that Alabama offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On second down, just keeps firing. Fires into traffic, picked off. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll leave it with the lone back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Georgia.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catches plenty to give them a first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
They kept working at it, and finally a shot in the red zone. It's first and get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The offense lining up for a first down play. To the air. It's Beck. Throws to the wideout. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, please bring it back, bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you've got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw on second down. Got his man quickly. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. He rifles one deep to the left. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air on first down. He's going for the big play. And the pass hits, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half.
That's the end of the first half with the game tied.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There's certainly room for improvement after that scoreless first half stalemate.
Yeah, we've set offense back 30 years in that first half, but we've got a whole new half to play here. So why not come out on this first drive, make a statement, and finally get us back into the age of contemporary country?
You sound very discouraged as I sound encouraged. That's great defense. Phenomenal defense in the first half. Who doesn't love a 0-0 halftime game?
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And that is why you call it a safety valve. You avoid the quarterback getting hit, and you also release the pressure that's being applied on the offense.
Defense is going to have to think about this in the future because you live and die by the blitz. It's great to try and get extra bodies getting after the quarterback, but then you risk running backs leaking out of the backfield and hurting you in the passing game.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Miller with the ball. How about that determined run inside the red zone? He's got 6. It's down to 12.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Back to pass. It's Milroe. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Bama! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
And finally, somebody gets on the scoreboard. A first half of no points, 0-0. Now in the third quarter. Sometimes when you get that rhythm and that offense rolling, sometimes it's hard to stop. So let's see if this is a trend setter. Let's see if this starts the offensive momentum.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Etienne. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can and try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Caught in the backfield. It's Etienne. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Back to pass, it's back. Gets it out quickly. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep getting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter.
With the score now at 7, Georgia 0.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll take a shot. And it's caught! Touchdown time!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Looking downfield, it's back. Moving out of the pocket. Got a wide open receiver. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect the quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly complete.
You see it so much in college football when they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He wants to throw. Going for it all. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back in an opportunity like this.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation. Now,
he's ready to take a shot. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
He had a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Coming after it. The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Looking deep down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Fans of defense probably love this game, guys. Fans of offense, not so much. But fans of winning? Oh, everybody's a fan of winning, and they found a way to get it done.
A win is a win is a win is a win. It doesn't matter how you get it done. This was not pretty by any stretch. Phenomenal defense,
Yo, good game.
offense. They've got a lot of work to do coming up. But at the end of the day, David, that's a happy lot for them.
Yeah, you know what? You pretty boys say it's not pretty. That was beautiful. That was gorgeous. You talk about hitting people. You talk about tackling. You talk about physicality. Yes, please. I like all those. That's pretty to me.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.